everyone. It's a new week. It's Monday, and it's just been raining continuously from Sunday and all the way until today. It's getting worse, but I guess that's also a good start to the week to have an excuse to stay at home and then just do a bunch of work. So Monday usually I always try my best to work on the business. So I set this as a CEO day or like a solopreneur day, just to work on the business. So like very little client work, but more so on just building my business and just finding gap holes within my business that I feel like it could be systemized, or just refining my offering or improving the client experience. So it's just a lot of things to work on the business. And I've been reading this book, the E-Myth book. And yeah, it's been great so far. I think I'll go over that later, because the book also talks a lot about building systems, like working on the business rather than working in the business. But I'll go over that later on. But yeah, today we'll just be spending a lot of time to work on the business. We'll probably also work on a lot of content as well. I guess before we kick off the day, I want to make some matcha. Nice. All right, so got our matcha bowl done. We've just onboarded another team member to help out with designing and workflow development. So we currently have like a development project we're working on right now. And what I'll do is record a quick Loom video, just walk through the workspace and the website setup that we usually set up for our client projects. Like as I start to hire more people, the more I realize how much I need to build my systems or just document a lot of my work. Before, it was just usually in my head, using my mental energy and memory. So every time I start a new project, I already know what to do. But when I have more team members coming in, they don't have the same brain as me. So I need to, create these Loom videos, create a lot of training videos so that they can use and refer back to, so that we have a consistent work process rather than having like inconsistent experiences or inconsistent workflow. So yeah, I'll just record that really quickly. And then after that, we'll just continue working on the business. So I'm probably going to learn a bit more about brand strategy and kind of refining the offer for brand strategy as well. You guys, hope you guys are doing well. So this current video right now, I'm actually recording this 1.5 months after the previous video that you just watched in this vlog. So it's a little bit weird for the abrupt sudden changes, and there's literally no continuity at all. But anyways, I've finally picked up my camera again after doing a bit of yoga. I'm doing yoga now, and it's probably one of the best things that I've been doing. Every time I have a rest day, when I'm not climbing or doing boxing, yoga has been amazing, just for mindfulness and also mobility work as well. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I think after doing a bit of yoga and doing a bit of mindfulness, I really felt like I want to pick up the camera again and document my journey, because after those 1.5 months, I did not record anything at all. I did not turn on my camera and speak to the camera. And one of the biggest excuse or reason that I gave myself was that the current things I'm doing in my business right now, or just client work, or just things I'm doing, is not worth documenting. And I always have this perception that everything that I do must feel very special, must feel so unique. But now doing a bit of reflection, that's But now, after doing a bit of reflection, that's exactly not the point of these vlogs, is to frame something as perfectly as possible or only showcase the most perfect moments and journey and learnings and wins. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons I stopped doing it, because most of the work that I've been doing over the past 1.5 months was just mostly client work that are NDAs and just working on my studio and doing some side project. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's still so worth it to document even the most boring part of the journey or just mundane things that you guys could potentially find useful. That's also one of the things I picked up in the previous vlogs as well. I just thought that, this is kind of boring, but there are people who find it valuable, and I'm starting to like forget that until now, and I realize I should just keep documenting what I'm doing, even if it's boring for me. But I'm pretty sure those small things, those mundane things, those small details within my life or within my journey could be extremely helpful and valuable to some of you guys out there. Yeah, I finally found the motivation to start documenting just every part of my journey again, and I want to document more, like almost every day. Not sure if I'm being a bit too ambitious here, but ideally, I just want to document more and show more mundane things, show more of like the hard work I'm putting into my business and also my personal journey. I guess other than that, I want to update you guys what's been going on over the past almost 2 months. Is that yeah, I'm doing a lot of client work right now. I have two really big projects. I feel like I keep saying this, but they're probably one of the biggest projects. And I feel like every new project I take is always one of the biggest projects, because every time I take them, I always experience something new. There's always new kind of process into it. For every new project, there's always something new and challenging to it. So that's why I think I have this mindset or this thought that these projects are always the biggest. Every new projects are always the biggest. So yeah, that's one of the things is client work. And other than that, I've been doing a lot of once a big side project with another designer and developer. This is one of my most exciting collaborations I've done like in a while. I feel like I don't do as much collaborations, but if you guys know the S2K website on awards, that website is made by Ivor, and I reached out to him after seeing that website and see if he wanted to collaborate with me for this side project for Contra and Webflow. So we thought that, yeah, why not take this opportunity to explore our collaboration together and see how we could work together when it comes to designing and developing, and just generally seeing if we're a good fit to work together and just collaborate together. So that's what we did. Initially, I wanted to document all of the journey from the start, from ideating, brainstorming to all the way launching the website. But again, I feel like I was so dumped with work, with like working inside the business, just sitting at my desk basically every day, working over the past 2 months. I feel like I didn't document it at all. Mostly, again, I've just felt like it's not worth documenting. And number two is that I was just so dumped with a different amount of work. So like 2 client projects and also the side project. It was a bit of a stretch for me. So I only documented the brainstorm and the ideation stage, and that's pretty much it. I didn't document anything else, but again, I think we're very, very happy with the results at the end with the side project that we've done. So the website itself is thecreativewebmanual.com, I think. The creativewebmanual.com. So in this project, we just basically went kind of all out in terms of technicalities and just go all out with animations and designs. And yeah, we're extremely proud of the work we've done. I feel like Ivor and we absolutely killed it, especially it's our first time doing something official together. Yeah, I cannot be happy with the results and also how far we can push the boundaries when I'm not working alone and when I'm working with another like-minded designer and developers. So super grateful for that project. Other than that, I've just been working a lot on the business as well, just building the Monologue Studio website and just working on the strategy side of things and creating content on LinkedIn, X, and Threads. And honestly, I'm very, very excited for the rest of this year and also next year onwards. I feel like things are moving so fast, especially now we're kind of scaling with a small studio team of 3 or 4 people. And yeah, I'm so excited for what's next for upcoming projects as well. Next year, we already have 3 potential projects lined up. I think confirmed 2 projects lined up and 1 potential project lined up. I want to share you guys a story as well with the project that I'm starting in December. So an interesting story with this project is that the client reached out to me, I think 3 months ago, regarding this project, and there was such a huge coincidence because I totally didn't expect it either, because when I was just traveling, I think sometime in July, I was in Saigon. I was just traveling, and then I got like a call booked by this brand that I happened to use the product on like a daily basis when I was in Melbourne. So I was like so surprised that company that size reached out to me. So eventually we jumped on a call with them, and then it was a very long sales cycle. It was like a 2 months sales cycle of constantly nurturing them. And so after we had the discovery call, I also like research with their case studies, their campaigns, eventually followed with them with really helpful and valuable case studies and tips how we could take inspiration from this website into their own project and how it would impact their business in general. So it was just a long sales process of constantly jumping on calls and writing emails and just bouncing ideas up back and forth. And eventually, while they were also considering other designers and other creatives as well, they eventually wanted to move forward with me and starting the project in December, mid-December. So yeah, I'm super grateful, and I realize most of the huge clients or most of like your dream clients, you really need to be patient, especially with trying to close the deals as patiently as possible, like trying not to rush the deal. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest takeaway for me is that if you have a very qualified lead, try to be extremely helpful and provide a lot of valuable information to help them out. I'm glad that turned out well. And in December, while we're kicking off the project, I'm going to be traveling to Melbourne again, and then Japan as well. So going back to documenting my journey a bit more, while I'm in Melbourne and Japan, I'll be documenting my travels there as well. And during that time, I'm not doing a lot of client work. So I'm trying to wrap up as much client projects as soon as possible before I travel, so that I can have headspace to plan for the next year. Just wrap up the studio website and just wrap up the positioning for our studio. So next year we can just have a very strong start. Yeah, that's the current plan. And yeah, I'm just so excited to really kick things back up again with, especially with content, just sharing a bit more about my journey and making a little bit more educational type of content rather than blog content as well. In the future, I'm going to release a systems video, so how I create my systems within my business, and then I'll be walking you guys through those systems as well. So stay tuned for that video. But other than that, I think I'm just going to end this vlog in this kind of reflection statement, or it's just more like a catch up. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all what's been going on so far. Again, just client work, side projects, building my business, just planning for the rest of this year and next year as well. And once again, thanks so much for sticking around, and the sunlight is kind of hitting me like crazy right now. But if you stuck all the way until the end, you know the drill. This time, maybe comment, monologue, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.